start that recording. I said that the recording probably got cut off from in the middle of saying that, so yeah. It is what it is, man. Let's begin, shall we? The persistent attacks from the caravans seemed little more than a nuisance at first. The heretics were a problem, to be sure, but a relatively minor one. That was before I discerned the purpose behind their attacks, of course. Now they have my undivided attention. After apprising Minfilia of the situation, I shall summon a unit of Crystal Braves to assist us. As for you, Syphuin, pray join me at Whitebrim Front. Since the incident at Snowcloak, the Knights of House Durandare have redoubled their reconnaissance efforts in the region. It is my hope that they have information which may lead us to determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Drillmont, should be eager to oblige us. I shall see you there. There, then. Good. Alright, running some more errands for the Kurthus front, I guess. Building even more relations with Kurthus. Yo, we kind of need this to do that, to convince them to rejoin the alliance, so that we can, so that the nations can stand united against Garlemald for when they recover from their War of Accession or something like that. I think that's what they said earlier. Just like, how many wars can Garlemald actually afford to do, though? It's kind of ridiculous. If you really think about it. It's like, how do they have, like, so much resources to be able to go to war constantly? The Sons of the Seventh Dawn wish to join in the hunt of Iceheart. Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I just received, I dare say your timing could be no better. We are all ears, Lord Drillmont. A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak, the self-same frozen wall which we speculated might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Suffice it to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirms our suspicions. I have heard enough. My knights will join the hunt. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to Whitebrim Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you will agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. It would be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such was my intent from the start, Sir Emmerich. And so it begins, my friend. Though I dare say it will prove an all too brief collaboration, Iceheart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all upon the success of a single solution. There may yet be subtler means by which we can locate the heretic's lair. Mayhap Lord Drillmont has one in mind. Oh. Yes, yes, excellent. My lady, everything has been accounted for. If there is aught else you would have us do, pray, speak and it shall be done. Iceheart. Bacon bread. That sounds delicious right now, honestly. It seems as though we are always one step behind our quarry, ever just beyond our reach. Though I would like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess to having certain doubts. A joint effort may succeed where others have failed, but it could yet yield the self-same result. Fortunately, we are not without our options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor Glaive. We have not. The mystery of how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has much been in our thoughts, as has the question of what steps might be taken to prevent a similar breach of security in the future. Accordingly, we conducted an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone in Reborn front. Though some were found to have committed certain minor transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If this man has pledged himself to Iceheart's cause, he will have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves, and upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point he must report to Sir Jontremont in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should he meet with a heretic, do not interfere. Simply watch and listen. I have seen to it that the suspect knows nothing which could endanger our plans. Pretty much feeding him false information. And now we're supposed to spy on somebody. The suspected heretic leaves through the southwest gate. I guess I'm just supposed to wait here. I remember that there's a similar sequence, like, later down the road. Like, way later, but they actually do, like, a more creative, like, a more hands-on approach to it, instead of just, like, wait in this specific location. So I wasn't sure if they were gonna... I couldn't remember if they did that or not. Alright, he's heading south, apparently. I have a feeling we're gonna get ambushed or something. Oh, I guess we didn't. Hey! Hey! Where in the seven hells are you? I'm freezing my bollocks off here. I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall, why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to the... Bloody Echo, lower your voice, or they'll hear us in Whitebrim front. Yes, of course. The Temple Knights are... Mumble mumble. In Snowcloak. This is what you bring to me? We already knew about. Our comrades in Boulder Downs will use the tunnels. Dead before they know what's happening. Nonetheless, If you waste my time again, is that clear? We're only hearing like half of what they're saying, apparently. I did it. I confirmed that he was a traitor. Oh, did your investigation bear fruit? Yeah, it certainly did. I see. I shall have the man detained at once. His guilt is plain. That you could have heard their words more clearly. Yet the few snatches you were able to make out are nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation, and confident that they can thwart it. Their comrades in Boulder Downs are key to their plans, which means it is key to our plan that they be rooted out and put to the sword. We have long suspected that the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given that you overheard what you overheard, I fear that Snowcloak may be riddled with such passageways, and that the heretics in Boulder Downs are planning to use them to take our forces unawares. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. A contingent of House Dorandare Knights are on patrol in the area, and I shall order them to begin searching for the heretics at once. But knowing nothing of our enemy's numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that they will be sufficient. It would put my mind at ease if you would consent to assist my knights with the search. I know they would take courage from the presence of so storied a warrior. Pray, rendezvous with them at Boulder Downs. If Helone is kind, we may catch these heretics before their plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy, Syphuin. The lives of our allies are at stake. Oh, I can't. There's no shortcut over there, unfortunately. Oh, wait, no. It's right here. I'm stupid. I looked at that thing, and then I was thinking, like, oh, yeah, that's where I need to go, right? No, it's not. No, that's just a side quest. Oh, yeah, you know what? I think that's the Hildebrand stuff, because they said, I remember, where the next Hildebrand thing is supposed to take place in Kurthus, so... The next quest, that is, so... Oh, shit. Freaking stun me into that AoE, man. Oh, wait. Oh, and Heretic's effects. Is this like whole area like one of the areas Bahamut like blasted away during the attack or something? I think it is. I think that's what's implied. What it's implied to be. Oh. Oh, this is the first time we're running into this guy. So the thing about these fates, they drop minions, so it's good to farm them, but it's impossible to do by yourself. I'm just gonna say that right now. So, like, I could attempt to do it, but I would just end up dying and going straight back to Limsa or something. Those fates are particularly rare, by the way. They only happen every so often. Like, I think they have like a fan-made timer online to see when they drop. I've only managed to do 2 of them, and that is one of them that I managed to do on Tona. My knights sent no word of your coming, Syphuin. What has happened? What is that in your hand? By the Fury, those were veterans with years of service. And now they lie dead in the snow. Their bodies must be recovered, and... No, we have not the men to spare. Not now. Not while Iceheart prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you dispatched were not of sufficient number to contend with the combined strength of the Templar Knights and the Crystal Braves. There must be others, and I'll wager they are on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the traitor you followed managed to pass the heretics something of value after all. The parchment you recovered is a timetable of the guardsman's watches at our outpost in Snowcloak. The traitor was stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions. That we had caught him sooner. With this information, the heretics would know when the watch was weakest. They could use their tunnels with impunity. I think I said that right. And prepare their ambush. The timetable has not changed, you see. Of course, it will be changed now. The heretics may already be in position. House Durndare must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from the Stone Vigil. I can see no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies. Time is of the essence, Syphuin. While my knights make ready to depart, the heretics may take our allies in Snowcloak unawares. Superior training and equipment will avail them not if they are cut down ere their swords are drawn. But all is not yet lost. If we leave now, there may still be time to warn them. Make haste, I beseech you. Fly to Snowcloak and tell Sir Emmerich everything we have discovered. Alright. Did he use the word fly? It's like they're aware I can fly. You know, that section was like before flying was a thing. I know what they meant by fly. They meant like rush. It's just funny if you really think about it. Of course, I could have been misremembering what he said. Also, quite possible. And I'm going to the wrong area again. I'm an idiot. I keep going to this area because it's freaking marked. I need to take that off the map. This is screwing me up. It's like, no, I don't want to do Hildebrand right now. I'll do that after 2.4. Uh, 2.5 is going to take a long while. 2.5 is the last, I would say, like, yeah, 2.5 and its one revision are the last patch for, around Reborn. And then we're done with it. And since I already did the Alliance raids already, I don't have to worry about going to do the Alliance raids right now. This is the only time they lock you to doing the Alliance raids, because the Alliance raid is actually story important later on. Like, incredibly story important. Like, the later ones, they still do have some importance, but you can go without doing them and still get what's going on in the story. They'll reference, like, the raids, but they won't, like... I don't know. What's the best way to say? Anyways, let's talk to Emmerich. Syphuin, this is a welcome surprise. Perhaps the only one thus far. As you can see, we have yet to uncover any hidden... You have my gratitude. Truth be told, we suspected the heretics might be plotting such an attack. Now that we have confirmation, I shall place my knights on high alert. As High Commander Levier been informed, the Braves must be made aware. Levier. Sorry, Levier. Levier. It must be here. I am certain of it. Why else would they go to such lengths to defend Snowcloak? It is but a pity this discovery comes when our enemy has us at such a disadvantage. Forewarned though we be, the heretics know the terrain far better than we. I dare not think how many are watching us at this very moment. Confound it! This is all wrong. Iceheart has us scrambling to save our own skins when we should rightly be straining every sinew to find her and stop this damnable summoning. There she is! What? That was close. They didn't hurt you, did they? Only my pride, Ida. Wait, what? There will be others nearby. That was a little confusing, but whatever. You must see that they are given a similarly warm welcome. Commander Levier. Levier. I don't even know how to say the name, damn it. It has been a development, sir. Together with the Temple Knights, we have secured the entrances to some half-dozen tunnels, after spotting the enemy breaking the surface. But that is not all, sir. We think that one of them may be important. Certainly the heretics near flung themselves upon our swords to defend it. Aha! Just as I suspected, amongst this warren of tunnels lies the entrance to Iceheart's lair. Summon the others. We're going in. A moment, Alphino. The tunnel in question is barely wide enough for two men abreast. We cannot say with any certainty where it leads, much less what is waiting for us there. Furthermore, we have no way of knowing how many heretics are still lurking here on the surface. What if they were to converge at this point after we entered the tunnel? For all we know, we could be funneling our forces into a trap. I take your point. If the tunnel is indeed as narrow as you say, greater numbers would be more a hindrance than a help. Should we encounter difficulty with our own allies would become an obstacle to escape. Ahem. A change of plans. While we rendezvous with Sir Emmerich and keep the heretics at bay here, you will go wherever the tunnel leads. If you find Iceheart at the end of it, do not let her escape. You venture into the unknown, so see that you are prepared for anything. I suggest you call upon your allies, though not too many of Papalimo will sulk. Alright. Talk to the knight here. The entrance to the tunnel, madam? It's just over there. Had we not seen the heretics breaking the surface, we would never have noticed it. Per Sir Emmerich's orders, we will stand guard outside. Please be aware that even should you encounter significant resistance, we cannot leave our post. And we got the next dungeon. Alright. Oh, that's not... Can I, like, reorder these? No, you know what? The newer dungeons should be on top, I guess. Wait, what? No, Oh, that was... It is on the bottom. What am I talking about? Actually, can I reorder those? Yeah, I can. Okay, good. That actually makes it a little easier. Just to select this so I don't have to scroll the whole way down. I'm gonna do Snowcloak. Let's go Snowcloak. How long is this gonna take? You know what? Let me withdraw from that. And we're gonna actually go, I'm just gonna go with healer, even though my equipment's a little weak right now, but I should have enough. I should be enough durability to get through this. You get this, this area here. I think this is the last, yeah, this is the, final dungeon. For A Realm Reborn. Alright. At least if I'm remembering correctly, because I can't remember any other dungeon. I gotta move this this area closer. Forgot to do that. There we go. Yeah, I need to adjust some of Sage's ability locations too. I haven't played it on Syphuin in a good bit. Because I don't know why it's all the way over there. I know I moved it to begin with, but still. Oh, please don't get out of my sight before I cast that. Okay, good. rely on me for damage? Jeez. Oh, we got two... This is literally an Arcanist party! What the hell? That's funny. I didn't expect that to happen. And I think people are leveling up Summoner so they can do PvP and shit. Well, no, I don't even think it's that, because Summoner is pretty damn good right now in terms of damage with casters. So I think that's why people are leveling it up. But I'm not even gonna lie though, there's no point in fucking doing that shit. Just pick your favorite job. Even in the higher duties, just pick your favorite job. It doesn't matter that much. The difference between damage is so little that it doesn't make a difference. Alright. Oh, my bio went off. Might as well do it again. This dungeon isn't, like, ridiculously hard. It's just a little weird. I don't even think they changed it, if I'm going to be real about it. I think they just left this one alone, for the most part. Hold on, maybe they changed some of the mechanics here? But if I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what they changed in this dungeon. It's like... It doesn't really stick out like the other changes. If they even made any to begin with. I don't know why you didn't run a little bit further and just fought all three of them, because now we're in this area, which is really annoying, because if you're in the wind, you take bleed damage. Oh no, now I'm just paralyzed right now. That was probably my fault. Oh! Okay, I need to cure that. This is not a good spot to be in. Well, I guess I got a crit there for healing. God, I hate these ice sprites, man. Every time they're in a dungeon, they're really annoying to deal with. Might as well run past everything, I guess. Just as a precaution. Guys, get out of there, dude! Over here. Get out of the wind! You're making it really annoying for me. Oh boy. Oh, I don't want to attack that thing. Damn it. Wait, why does it keep aiming at me? This ain't gonna be good. Oh, they died. God damn it. Interrupt it! Interrupt! Can't. I remember you used to be able to interrupt that, but I guess that's the change they did. Or maybe I'm misremembering that. I think I am misremembering that. That was by accident. I didn't mean to kill the damn it. So to avoid that big-ass AoE attack, what you're supposed to do is cover one of the ads in one of the, see that attack? If it hits one of the small ads, it turns it into a snow boulder. And you want to use that snow boulder at the right time when it's doing that big AoE attack to hit it back into the boss to cancel out the attack. Is essentially what it's for. Oh god. This ain't looking good. No, I don't want it. Fucking hell, dude. This is not going to be a good battle. Now I'm just going against DPS right now. I gotta kill it as fast as possible right now. Alright, come on. God damn, dude. It didn't need to be that close. That's for the relic, I believe. This piece of equipment is for the relic you trade in. Or whatever. I'm not going for that, so there's no point. Honestly, the only reason you want the relic for around Reborn is the glamour. It wasn't obvious enough. I don't even know how they look like. Or like what they look like. Alright, now we got this gauntlet. I don't know why I have the map open. Alright. This is pretty much just a gauntlet of enemies. If you couldn't tell, right? So, every time you kill a group, a new one will spawn until you see the actual exit or whatever, the way forward. Oh, I accidentally ran into that like an idiot. And I think this is the last one. I don't need to add any more defense to the tank for that, because they were soaking it in really well. Well, and my fairy was already healing, so it's like there's no point in adding to it. Maybe do a little coverage for this. Ow. Forgot the key. Tends to happen, especially in these dungeons, because they get rid of the whole key concept after Realm Reborn. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember them doing it in in Heaven's Word. Nice. Yeah, let's go into the battle when I'm watching a cutscene. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's real smart. Well, it's mainly the tank, because it's like I said, the tank's the leader of the party, and so impatient, man. Just really impatient. Guys, what are you doing? Do you not know the strats? Alright. Really, that didn't reach? Alright, it's this one. God damn it, I only have one rescue! I can't pull all of you guys. I can't. It's just not possible. I'm sorry. Oh my god. So if you're gonna be the patient, no, this impatient. Don't jump into the battle without the healer, without knowing the strat. Are you serious? You made me think you knew it, but you didn't.
The tales do not do you justice, warrior of light. Yes, I know who you are, and you know who I am. I was given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart. This endless cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow. You would see it continue, O noble warrior of light. I would not. I will not. I will bring an end to this war between dragon and man, no matter the cost. In time, you will come to understand that what we do for the greater good. For Eorzea, for Hydaelyn.
What do you mean, for the greater good? That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't seem like you're doing any good right now. That took longer than I expected. What news, Syphuin? So, Iceheart is but a pseudonym. Not that it matters. That she managed to escape is regrettable, but from your description of the beast, you did well to come as close as you did. In any case, now that that you have cleared a path, the Temple Knights can begin to survey the tunnels in earnest. Mayhap they will even find a route past the ice wall. Wouldn't that do wonders for their fight against the heretics? The Crystal Braves would certainly share the credit for it too. So all be praised, Syphuin. We may yet turn this situation to our advantage, assuming we stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva, of course. Needless to say, our fellow Scions have not been idle. Mephilia and Urianger have been busy perusing the archives of House Fortemps, gathering what information they can on Shiva. Which reminds me, if you were intending to trudge back to Camp Dragonhead to report on the day's events, don't. The antecedent should be here any minute. I can only assume some people enjoy subjecting themselves to this cold. Antecedent, you come to us straight from the archives of House Fortemps. I trust your time had there proved fruitful? Well, that it had. Urianger and I scoured countless texts, but what we found was of questionable veracity. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She lay down with a dragon, the gravest of all sins according to the Ishgardian faith. Yet, in the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, the blessed union of man and dragon. How such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. Suffice it to say, I very much doubt that we will find a useful answer in the archives of House Fortemps. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case, one wonders if it is by circumstance or design. You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to an endless war serves the greater good. I think Sir Emmerich may take issue with her methods. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape. Until the sappers confirm that the tunnels is safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. What? You pursue your foes with less zeal than I had expected, Sir Emmerich. Lest you misunderstand, I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, was it not by the will of Helone that your ancestors, came to this land? Why they took up arms against the Dravanians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe that faith is renunciation. What? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Fucking hell. Renunciation of free will. That unquestioning devotion is required of all who would live a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front lines, less so and lead a leader of a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I would not presume to speak of for the Knights of Eld. 'Twas a different time, nay, a different era. The scripture tells us only so much. But that it told us more. That man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See. A welcome trait at the negotiating table, to be sure. Less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god. Mayhap he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. Of that there can be no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure to have been summoned, each of whom was worshipped as a god. The sole exception being good King Mogomog XII, the myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Mogul's Guard. Saint Shiva may be different. But what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation, who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodies their beliefs. If that is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minfilia. They have them both in abundance. Can that truly be all that is required? My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the Aetherite Iceheart used to escape. They believe that she transported to another Aetherite somewhere not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of this second Aetherite, however, they have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternative route, most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists. Let's not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Charlian may be able to assist us. I pray that you are right. I dare not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. While Mephilia looks into our Aetheryte problem, I would like to request your assistance with another matter. The third unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force. The heretic force. Jeez, why am I heretic force which attacked us? However, the search goes poorly despite our numbers. Kurthus is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them for their leader's whereabouts. Also, though it is admittedly a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. While we have our share of veterans, we also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you, in case you were not aware. Sure, I'll help out. Good, I knew you would understand. EU Hase can apprise you of the details. When the task is complete, come and find me at the Observatorium. Captain Ilburn and I are meeting there to discuss the latest development in his investigation. The Temple's Knights shall hold Snowcloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. Alright. There you are, Syphuin. Commander Levia. I can't. God. Instructed me to wait for you. Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the Third hail from Ul'dah, and for a man accustomed to the feel of sand beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. But to the matter at hand, nary a moment ago, I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted making for Danifin Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I should be grateful if you would join them. I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said that I do not earn my coin. Let's change back. Summoner. Alright. There's one unit. Balls, my ankle's on fire. Caught my boot on a rock or something and twisted it as I fell. The others went up on ahead through Danifin Pass. Hurry, you might catch up. If you aren't sure where to look for tracks. The snow is fresh, so they shouldn't be hard to find. It's like down here or something, right? It's like right down here. Oh, there's a fate in the cave, okay. Huh. Leads all the way over here, apparently. Scion, what are you doing here? The heretics? I'm not sure. There was a great scaled beast and... You, Hase, I think he went east on his own. The heretics split up, so we did too. Not a good idea. Oh, god damn it. How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice they had redoubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles. I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of interest. Lo and behold, before his friends found me, I came upon this. Withdraw in groups of 3 or less to the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be watching. Be late and be left for dead. Speaks for itself, does it not? They can't possibly mean the rendezvous inside the place. So we should restrict our search to the surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatorium. I will need more than a moment's rest to recover from these wounds. I'm through with listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? The woods are crawling with those bluecoats, and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. Well, stay with her then, if you think you'll fare any better. Now, there's no need for that. There are places like this in my homeland, sacred snow-capped peaks where blood must not be shed. Did your lands ever thirst for the blood of the fallen? By your deeds, it has drunk deep. No! I have done no wrong! None but meet in secret with heretics. Deny it all you will. We'll have the truth from you yet. Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all! Fancy meeting you here, Syphuin. I presumed your work the third brought you hither? What a tangled web. Lest you wonder, we came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who had been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. A beggar's belief, I know, but it seems our favorite Garlean spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Were it not for the efforts of Lady Ugirian or Shinobi, we might never have discovered this connection. Master Alphino is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to aid your search for this spy. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land to prevent the tragedy which befell Doma from reoccurring. The days ahead and the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills. Skills which I am fortunate enough to possess. If you will allow it, I would accompany you until the investigation is complete. That is a most generous offer, Lady Yugiri, and one which I gladly accept. Thank you. Though I may disappear for a time, know that I shall never be far, and shall always be watching. A comforting thought. Come, Syphuin, let us wait inside the captain for Captain Ilbert to return and deliver his report. Alright. Captain Ilbert seems confident that the merchant resolved Merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning the Ivy's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as it is. I never did that levy, apparently. I get some food. Captain Ildred, your report, if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretic we captured, I regret to say that the man could tell us naught that we did not already know of Shiva. We have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipment routes. Go on. You will recall the flame we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him, we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Alas, the trail came to an abrupt end. Fearing that the investigation had been compromised, we took the necessary step of detaining all suspected of conspiracy. There were 5 on our list, including a flame stationed at Revenant's Toll. The man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he would share with benefactors, thereby ensuring that needs did not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all shipments bound for this settlement. Needless to say, that included those originating from House Fortemps. He knew the precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant. I think I can guess which one. None other. With a little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aid in abetting the heretics. Well, that is one mystery solved, at least. But what of the Ivy? Are we any closer to prizing off his mask? I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. If you consider, then, that our investigation is known to barely a handful of them, the field of suspects is greatly narrowed. You mean to say that the agent is among Ralbon's innermost circle? Someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flames establishment? It is the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, with the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To slip into a position of authority unremarked and remain above suspicion all these years. I too was surprised, though I really should not have been. Of the 3 grand companies, Uldaz was ever the most vulnerable to infiltration. Both Limsa Laminza and Gridania had long-standing armed forces that lent themselves well to formation of the Maelstrom in the Order of the Twin Adder. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people, loyal ones, mind, under the same leadership, only the banner was different. Not so the Flames. Uldaz's military was made up of desperate orders, most of which were glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their own paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. The difficulties Ralbon faced when founding the Immortal Flames are well known. Even after he had convinced his fellow syndicate members to share the cost, there remained the small matter of finding enough bodies to fill the ranks. Indeed, and given the pressing matter of the Imperial threats, that means recruiting every passing sellsword. amidst the chaos of its founding, it would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. A good deal easier than now, aye. The immortal flames have ever been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. Though the monetarists ultimately agreed to supporting the organization's founding, it was not out of charity they did so, but simple self-preservation. Had Nail and Darnus's ambitions had been any less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they would never have risked supplying Raubon with an army. It is but a wonder they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Returning to the present, even as we speak, our Doman allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames, any one of whom could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Pray, continue your investigation from the first. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest. The third can join the fourth in this inspecting crystal shipments. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. If Shiva is summoned in like manner to the other primals, the heretics will be looking for further supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send word to Sir Emmerich informing him of our success in identifying the heretics' abettors. I think that's how you say it. Hopefully the information will be of some use to the Ishgardians. It is time, Commander. Yes, I am aware. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. There have been developments in Garlemald, it would seem. As commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. Would have you accompany me, Syphuin? As the realm's stoutest champion, his only meat that you be present for the discussion. Oh, and the Intestinate has already given her consent, lest you worry. Alright. Like me, you are doubtless eager to conclude our business with Iceheart, but until another path to her sanctum is found, she will remain beyond our reach. Minfilia and the Archons are sparing no effort to secure an alternative route. Until such time as they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. I shall go on ahead to Gridania in readiness for the coming council. Meet me at Nofika's altar, and we shall make our way to the Lotus Stand together. Alright, to Gridania! That was a lot of information to unfold. Lots of conspiracies, shall we? Shall we say? I think it's just the Aethernet. The Conjurer's Guild, right? Yeah, it's like right there. Oops. Oh, god damn it. No! I didn't mean to skip that, but whatever, it's too late. The Alliance leaders wait you at the Lotus Stand. Will you join them now? Yes, of course. God damn it, I didn't mean to skip that dialogue. I did it twice by accident, too.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Who?
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
'Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader. Not so his uncle.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartno dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Oh, that didn't last long. That war didn't last long.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it. If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming. So long as the Ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
Alright. It will not have escaped your notice that the nations of Eorzea are no nearer to being of one purpose, despite their protestations. Yeah, I read that right. To the contrary, plainly, the threat of a resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. And the reason for this? Deep-rooted mistrust among the citizenry. The nation's leaders can come to all the understandings they like, but their unity means little unless to the common folk. Take the Limsons, for instance. Though Admiral Merlwyb outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swilling, wood-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Gridanians are mocked as hermits who talk to trees, and the Uldans scorned as swindlers who worshipped coin. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Uldan society, Telegiata Legi, for example. That is beside the point. The fact is that the people are wary of outsiders, whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one could agree that the conflict at Cartano is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing. Let us speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke of the Observatorium, Captain Ilbert has further shortened his list of suspects. By happy coincidence, the one he deemed the most likely candidate is lately come to Gridania. The hunt nears its end, Syphuin. All that remains is to corner our quarry. Seek out Ilbert near the Adder's Nest. He will give you the particulars. Should there be any developments in Kirthis, you may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. Alright. Honestly, it seems like we ended up having more problems ever since we formed this, company. Seems more problems have arisen. Thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you. But we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. Listen well. The spy we have been seeking all this time is none other than Flame Marshal Aline Roalid. How the hell do you say that? Raban's second in command. Prior to joining the Immortal Flame, she was a mercenary of no small renown. They say her skills with the pole arm had to be seen to be believed. Of Ishgardian birth, she is the highest ranking foreigner in the Immortal Flames, barring the Flame General himself, of course. When he formed the Grand Company, Raban chose people based on their worth. Whence they hailed was of no interest. The Monitorists saw things differently, however. Having funded the enterprise, they reserved the right to reject candidates nominated for high-ranking positions. It was no secret that they did not favor foreigners, Ishgardians especially, after the way the Holy See forsook the Alliance. Yet the Monitorists did not raise so much as a murmur of protest when how the fuck do you say that name? Was appointed to her post. Passing strange, is it not? Could it be that the Ivy has some hold over the Monitorists? These revelations are secondary to our current mission. Our foremost interest to us is Royal's presence here now. As you may be aware, it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the mortal flames in the absence of the Flame General. While Reborn attended the Council of Alliance leaders, should she have remained in the Hall of Flames? The woman has no business being in Verdania, and here she is nonetheless. On some pretense, she's up to something. Mark my words. Even as we speak, I have a dozen men trolling the Flames records for evidence of Royal's guilt. But if we can catch her red-handed, we shall have our proof we need. Which brings me to the plan. I have people watching the city gates, the airship landing, and the docks. Every point of egress. She cannot leave without our knowledge. All that remains is to shadow her until she betrays her true purpose. And I rely on your eyes, Scion. You have my thanks. Let us go then, and take care not to alert our quarry. Actually, I kind of need to repair my stuff. It's all the way down there. Alright. I'm gonna go and repair my stuff. Oh, it's right here. Repair that, and repair all my healer gear. Oh, I'm trying to click on the mender. Are you gonna stand next to the mender? Dang it. Alright. Let's actually go to the quest objective. Royal is headed in the direction of the Blue Badger Gate. With me, Sire. So Royal has entered the Carline Canopy, meeting someone perchance, or could it be she means to board an airship? Pray look for her within. If she is not on the upper floors, try the landing area below. One of mine is stationed there, and she may have seen something. ffxiv is her name. I shall remain here in case Royal reappears. I guess it's on the bottom. I wish I could just jump down, man. I just want to jump. Alright. Syphuin Winderdale, such an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here? Ahem. A social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. I've noted every passenger, and none bore any resemblance. Well, don't let me keep you. She's not there. Where did she go? Nowhere to be seen, you say? You are certain she did not board an airship? She did not come back out either. Where in the seven hells could she have gone? The Roost! How could I forget? Greetings, good sir. Might I interest you in some tonic? A cup a day imbues a man with great vigor, if you take my meaning. Perhaps another time, friend. Wait, that necklace. You're a shinobi of Doma. The one you seek has left Gridania by way of West Shore Pier. She was attired as a merchant, but these eyes are not so easily deceived. You may wish to take your search to the East Shroud. Rest assured that we shall continue to support you from the shadows. Thank the 12 for the Domans. Were it not for their unique talents, Ill would have disappeared without a trace. Our hunt leads us to the Shroud, Scion. I suggest we follow Ill's example and take the ferry from West Shore Pier. You'll doubtless wish to make certain preparations. See to them while I go on ahead. I shall wait for you at the Sweet Bloom Pier. Oh, I actually have to go to a pier. Damn. I'm just gonna teleport up there. I actually do like the attention to detail that there are crystal braves everywhere. Now they didn't have that earlier. That's really cool that they did that. I didn't notice that before when I was playing through it. Oh yeah, it's right, I'm right here. Nico. Oh wait, I gotta talk to the skipper. Not that person. I need to go here. I'm gonna go to the lavender beds and look for a house. A house with like no freaking money. Oh, can I even buy an apartment? I don't know if I can. I don't know how much the apartments cost. Actually, I think they're like 500,000, so I probably could. This way, my friends. Your quarry makes for the Hawthorne Hut. If Ill is truly to seek the one we seek, we can expect that she means to make contact with her guardian masters there. An explanation is in order. You are no doubt aware that the Garleans have their own method of communicating over great distances. Our ingenious friends at Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications. We have installed them around the city-states. In so doing, we have made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Well, Ill would thus have no choice but to rendezvous with her Imperial contact directly. Yet, as a well-known face in the Immortal Flame, she cannot move about Thanalan without being recognized. It would only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. It is for this reason, I believe, that she has chosen the Black Shroud for her clandestine meeting. The Elizin are a common sight here. Here, in her comings and goings, are not like to turn any heads. As scouts tell it, the Guardians have seen agents with in mind to destroy the devices and rendered such direct contact unnecessary. Fortunately, our shinobi have thus far been successful in rebuffing their efforts. This is it. We need only make for Hawthorne's hut and catch Ru'a Ill in the act. Alright. Oh, damn it, I ran into the stupid fence. I'm starting to remember this part. I completely forgot about it before. My people report that our quarry has departed for the Bramble Patch. The Ivy returns to the Gnarls whence she came. Perhaps it is all for the better. To convict someone of her standing, we will require damning evidence against her. What could be better than to catch her in the act when she meets with her Garlean masters? My countrymen and I shall lie in wait in the shadows. Tread wearily, my friends. Wearily. I can't say that really fast, apparently. Just beyond Royal is in conversation with an individual clad in the manner of an adventurer, an imperial intermediary, no doubt. That is it, with me. Flame Marshal Elaine Royal, you are under arrest for treason and espionage. You are followed, you bloody fool! Damnation! You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely garbed for battle. But if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. What is the meaning of this, Captain? Would you arrest me for strolling in the Twelveswood? When last I looked, that was no crime, and neither was conversing with passing strangers. You would feign ignorance, then. Very well. If you do think of something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. Now come quietly, or I shall make you wish you had. I will offer you no struggle. After all, I have naught to hide. Suddenly I just hear big thumps and stuff. Jeez. Even a warrior of Ill's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is untenable. Tenable. Ugh. With the ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap then the people of Ul'dah will have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present. If I may ask, what will you do now, Syphuin? So the Scions seek a way into Iceheart's sanctum, and I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray, do not let me keep you. Fear not, my countrymen and I shall tend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents here. Speaking of talents, have you considered training in the art of shinobi? You have an aptitude for it, I believe. So please give it some thought. Till next time, my friend. Oh, so, Actually, if I would have had the ninja class there, she would have commented on it. I actually had that happen before because I actually did train in ninja before doing this. Go back to the Rising Stone. So, again, a nice little touch of detail with, like, the jobs you choose to train on. And how it comes through in some of the MSQ scenes. I do plan to eventually get ninja for Syphuin, but not right now. That's like way long off, if I'm gonna be real. It also depends on how they... Yeah, well, no. I'm just gonna keep that to myself, because I'm still thinking about it. Welcome back, Syphuin. I understand that Alphno had a task for you. I asked what it was. Charges of treason and espionage against Aline Roa Ill? I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some manner of misunderstanding? No, it avail us not to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust to the authorities to uncover it. Let's speak of another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made progress in our efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Oh, nice. As you may recall, Iceheart used the Aetheryte in the depths of Snowcloak to teleport a short distance to the west, most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there that we suspect she means to summon Shiva using the crystals she stole from the House Fortemps caravan. The heretics believe that they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint. But if, as we suspect, they mean to hold a summoning ritual of the kind employed by the beast tribes, it is likely that the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice it to say, they must be stopped. And stop them we shall, but first we must surmount the obstacle that Iceheart has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into the established Aethernet and thereby follow our quarry. However, despite our best efforts, we have been unable to ascertain the position of the Aetherite to which she teleported. Our prevailing theory is that she destroyed the second Aetherite upon arrival. A reckless, desperate measure, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Lurianje, we have concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution, which is why we have called upon the aid of one who does possess such expertise, a colleague of ours who is currently en route to the Revenant's Toll from Charlian. She should be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you are here, mayhap you could welcome her together. We could welcome her together. I am certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let's make our way to the northern gates and await her coming. Alright. Who's this we're expecting? This person.
Minfilia, am I right?
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Sharlayan scholar, and an authority on Aetheryte technologies. She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Let us return to the Rising Stones at once, then. We have much to discuss. That was a very short scene. I don't know what to say about that. It's like, why was that voice acted? I don't get it. Okay. That really did not need to be voice acted.
Moon! Gods, it's been ages!
Oh, longer, sister.
A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Everyone, if I could have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of Aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
Huh.
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits, and nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Urianger, where in the hells have you been hiding?
Unhand me.
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Go on. Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
You still haven't found it, then? Your missing Aetherite?
We have not. No. We know that Iceheart teleported to an Aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate a second beacon. We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second Aetherite to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
Why does that feel like that part was like sped up? Is that just me? Or just read really fast?
I'm sorry, but if the Aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first Aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the Aetherite.
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Truly? How?
We use the current to recreate the beacon. As you know, Aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate. However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an Aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have white aura sight at their disposal.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the Aetherite. However, white aura sight cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
Though it risk the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
Yay, there's still a chance that I could die? Alright, let's do it. I have already informed Alphino of our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner Moonbreeda described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said that he wished to meet with you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you will find him waiting for you there when you arrive. I want to know that I appreciate everything you have done on our behalf, Syphuin, and that I have faith that you will return to us, as you always have. Yeah. Hopefully. Oh, I gotta teleport to convert this. Alright. I go all the way back to the to that dungeon point. Dang, I didn't think it would take me this long to get to this, just to this point. Dang, it took longer than I thought it would. Alright, so... Dang it. I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm going to have to. I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. Let me go back to that. Ugh. Let's just say you're going to be hearing that a lot, that song a lot, and hopefully I don't get any problems with it, but I'll be back in a little bit. I just need I need to take a break and get something to drink and stuff. Alright. And yes, I did unmute my mic this time. I'm not doing that again. Ugh. Yeah, I made sure to remember this time. Anyways, let's proceed back to where the Aetheryte thingy was when we saw Iceheart. Good to see you, Syphuin. I was starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. Captain Ilberd sends his regards, by the way. He attends to the interrogation of Eline Roail? I have no idea, dude. In Uldal, even as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which I mean to say, the others are waiting for us at the Aetherytes. After you, Sire. Well, damn it. After you, I'm just gonna leave it at that. There, it's ready. Ha! It worked, I think. Try tuning to the Aetheryte now. Feel for the current and try to locate the beacon. We have done all we can, Syphuin. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If, by the grace of the 12, you arrive safely, you must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. I'm ready. We cannot ignore the possibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual. And if she succeeds, you will have little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if your own strength will suffice, and so I would encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Moonbrita's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe he has a message for you from Sir Emmerich. Madam, Sir Emmerich regrets that he cannot be here in person, and asks that I read this read you this letter. Ishgard faces an unprecedented threat, yet in our hour of need, it is not her knights who stand poised to defend her. Syphuin Fights, the warrior of light, savior of Eorzea, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts for selfish ends, you wield yours in service to our greater cause. May Halone bless you with good fortune and see you safely home. Yay! We got it! Can I... Oh, it's, I had it on the right way. I don't want to do that. Oh, yeah, there it is. Right. No, I don't want to do Snowcloak again. I don't want that in the queue. Be miserable. Oh, I gotta summon Carbuncle! Get Carbuncle, or, sorry, Garuda Eggy. I don't remember what the command is for this. For that. What is it? No. Is that how you spell it? Shit. I don't remember how to do it. Wait, no, it seemed like it worked. Glamour. Car. Shit, I don't know how to do it. I don't remember how to do it. I don't remember how to change it back, if I'm gonna be honest. So I kind of want Carbuncle back. I don't particularly like Garuda Eggy anymore. I don't... let me look it up, actually. Alright, can I just look? Oh, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. It's fine. I mean, I'm still waiting for stuff. Glamour commands to fill the glamour. Oh, okay, I'm doing it wrong. Oh, that didn't work either. Maybe this will work. Yes, I know that. Yeah. That's what I did. I did that. What do you mean invalid name? I'm literally... How was Carbuncle not a name? Not a pet name? Yeah, the command's not working. I don't know what's going on. Like the glamour. Yeah, the pet glamour's not working. Alright. No, this is taking longer than I thought it would. I don't know what's going on. I'm spelling it exactly how it's spelled out. But it's saying it's not a valid pet name. Like, I don't understand what the hell's going on. Whatever. Well, I guess it's... I'll just leave it be until I figure it out on my own time. Oh, we're just kind of here now, aren't we?
You should never have come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace. A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. No matter. If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down. We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance. Partake of my flesh. Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
Well, we didn't stop the summoning. Turns out, she was the summoning. Get rid of that. Alright. Oh shit. Oh, I didn't want to attack Shiva, damn it. Oh, now I do. Let me get rid of the ads first. Damn it. Oh, don't like 1 second near me. Right. That was it. Nothing too difficult. If you want difficult, you go to the extremes.
Fool. Blind, bloody fool. You, of all people, should understand the suffering war begets. That no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence. Mine is the righteous cause. You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers. And they are no less ignorant than you. Following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. Trapped in a delusion of their own creation, and blind to the truth. Warrior of light, redemption is not beyond us. We who walk before may lead those who walk after. Seek the Keeper of the Lake. See with eyes unclouded. Do not squander a mother's gift. Hear, feel, think.
And so the vessel withdraws, a predictable outcome. Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased. How unfortunate.
Oh, we, defeated, but I don't know for how long. By the 12, you're alive! I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? Iceheart did what? And you're certain about that, are you? Gervanians are skilled with glamours, after all. Look, if you say what you, say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I've never heard of a primal being summoned like that before. Are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see. No? Fair enough. I was only asking. If you ask me, there's not to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Let's save it for the Rising Stones, eh? I'll get everyone to meet us there. But before that, you had best pay a visit to Whitebrim Front and speak with Alphino. He's probably word sick about you. That or he's busy playing at politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blurred vision? Oh, no reason. See you again soon. What? Why are you asking if I had a headache or something? That's a little concerning. I kind of want to know why now. All right. That took a little longer to queue for than I wanted to. But, what can you do? There she is, and none the worse for wear. Was there any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? I think I speak for all of us when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory. If you would be so kind. Yeah, I wouldn't really call it a victory. That we were too late to prevent the summoning. But not too late to prevent further loss of life. An outcome worthy of celebration. One for which we have Syphuin to thank. Yes, you are right, of course, Sir Emmerich. We should be content with what we have accomplished. I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there is a matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it take days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drillmont's, is the caravan ready? The supplies that you and your men recovered have been prepared for transport in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revenant's Toll. Of that I have no doubt. I take it these are the self-same supplies the heretics stole from the House Fortem's caravan. Yes, the crystals which comprise the bulk of the shipment, yes. Scarcely a fraction of which we was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. Ah, on a unrelated note, Syphuin, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? 'Tis not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. It took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray, do not think less of him. Harsh fun, man. He's come to rush to our aid. Fortunately, he was stopped. It's like, you got other duties, dude. Alright. What were you thinking, Syphuin? Wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, full knowing well that she could have sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anyway, and then engaging the abomination in mortal combat. By the Fury, Syphuin, 'tis the stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. Would that I had been there to fight by your side. Yet here I was forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. I would not wish such torture on my most hated enemy. But here you are here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Emmerich wished to have words with you and Master Alphino in private. He awaits us in the intercessory. The intercessory is like right over here, right? This little corner over here. Greetings, madam. I shall show you in at once. Yes, I want to go. Why is it always default to no?
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks. Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Nautalon.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy. You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
That will not be necessary. We too have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard-Zoma could return?
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's Toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Choose your next words carefully.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am now. Why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's Toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second-in-command will speak for me.
Lucia, at your service. Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies. Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you. Which reminds me, Lord Orchefon, if you would be so kind?
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
I wonder why she looked at Syphuin and said that. My brain's going blank. It would seem, actually, shit. Yeah, it would seem that our, much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedent. It necessitates a complete reprisal of the primal threat and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reached Imperial ears. The Garlean Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine then if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but her civilized people as well. Any lingering objections to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemald. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, Syphuin. It is better that we continue this conversation in Mordona. Okay, that's all I can do for tonight, unfortunately. But next time we'll pick this up, and I'll see you guys in the next stream then. You guys have a nice manga reading, anime watching, gameplay, rest of your night. See you guys until then.